Hello everyone. So in this lecture we'll see the next topic, that is back of algorithm. So in the last lecture I have discussed PSMACD, that is access control method. So we have seen, let's say two stations are there. Let's say this is station A and station B. And station A and station B are transmitted their data, and let's say they transmitted and the data get collided here, isn't it? There is a collision, isn't it? So after some time, yes, collision signals will reach at B as well as to the A, isn't it? These are the collision signals which will traverse in the reverse direction, isn't it? So you only tell me now, if there is no restriction and again A and B want to retransmit their data, then there will be a possibility that collision occur again, isn't it? So what is the restriction? Restriction is the back of algorithm. That means whenever the data get collided, isn't it? Listen me correctly, guys. Whenever data get collided and collision signals will be received at the station A and B, then one algorithm is applied that is known as back-off algorithm, and back-off algorithm will tell that for how much time A and B should wait, and after that they need to transmit, isn't it? That means after collision the waiting time is given by the back-off algorithm, isn't it? So how back-off algorithm works? So I'm taking one example. With that example, everything will be clear to you guys, isn't it? Okay, so try to listen me correctly, guys. Let's say this is station A and this is station B. A and B, two stations are there, isn't it? Now let's say A is going to transmit the data packet number 1. Similarly, B is going to transmit the data packet number 1. Number 1 means this is the first packet of A and this one is the first packet of B. Let's say they transmitted their data, and let's say there is a collision in between, isn't it? There is a collision of data in between, isn't it? Let's say collision occurs. Now listen me correctly. So first time collision occurs, so we can say that, let's say one parameter k equals to 1. K represents what? Collision number, isn't it? Here also we can say that for B, first data packet get collided, so we can say that k equals to 1. But try to listen me correctly. What is k? In the next example you will understand clearly, isn't it? So I'm going to proceed further. So yes, back of algorithm will give one range, isn't it? And that range is from 0 to 2 raised to power k minus 1, isn't it? So here also this range will be from 0 to 2 raised to power k minus 1. That is given by the back of algorithm. So put k equals to 1. So after putting k equals to 1, we can say that it becomes 0 to, yes, 2 raised to power 1 minus 1. So this range is from 0 to 1. Similarly here also, if we put k equals to 1, then the range will be 0 to 1, isn't it? That means now choose a random number, a random integer number in this range, isn't it? In this range only two numbers are there, 0 or 1. So A can choose either 0 or 1. Similarly B can choose 0 or 1, isn't it? A and B can choose 0 or 1, isn't it? Now listen me correctly. What is the concept here? Now let's say four possibilities are there. We can say that, let's say A and B, isn't it? So A can choose 0, B can choose 0. A can choose 0, B can choose 1. A can choose 1, B can choose 0. A can choose 1, B can choose 1. So 2 into 2, 4 possibilities are there, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Now, out of these 4 possibility, any one can happen. Let's say this happens, this one, 0 comma 1. So what is the meaning of this one? So we can say that if this case happens, we can say that waiting time of A, that is given by the back of algorithm, that will be the 0 into, yes, one time slot, isn't it? Because A chose the 0. Similarly, 0 into time slot, that means 0 only. Similarly, we can say that the waiting time of B will be what? 1 into one time slot, isn't it? So that will be the one time slot. That means what? If this case happens, then we can say that waiting time of A will be 0 time slot. That means 0 means what? Now A can retransmit immediately. And here waiting time of B is one time slot. So B will wait for one time slot, and after that B will retransmit the data. Isn't it? That is the concept, isn't it? Now you only tell me here waiting time of A is 0 time slot, waiting time of B is one time slot. That means B will wait for one time slot entirely, and after that B will retransmit. So you can see in this manner the possibility of collision will decrease, isn't it? Now you only tell me, yes, if first case happens, now you only tell me, if first case happens, then there will be a collision. Again collision, because they won't wait for any time slot, immediately they will retransmit, and again there will be a collision. Now you only tell me, if this case happens, second case happens, then we can say that A won, because A1 means we can say that A will retransmit fast. That's why we can say that A will won. Second one, in this manner, in this third case, we can say that B will won, isn't it? And in last case, we can say that again there will be a collision, because in the last case both will wait for one time slot, isn't it? So after one time slot means they will retransmit, so again there will be a possibility of collision. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Now here we can find out the probabilities also. Now you only tell me, what is the probability of A's winning? That will be A can win in only one case out of 4, so that is 1 by 4. Probability of B's winning, that will be also 1 by 4. And probability of collision, C stands for collision, that will be 2 by 4. In 2 cases out of 4, collisions occurs, isn't it? So that means we can say that 1 by 2, isn't it? So here we can say that all these probabilities are conditional probabilities, isn't it? What is the meaning of that one? Here this probability of collision is 1 by 2. That is the probability of second collision given that first collision occurred, isn't it? So we can say that these are the conditional probabilities. Probability of collision here is 1 by 2. That is the probability of second collision given that first collision has occurred, isn't it? Okay, so I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, so moving to the next one, let's say what happens now. Let's say we assume that, let's say this second case happened. If second case happened, then we can say that A will transmit his first packet, we can say that safely, isn't it? So A transmitted his first packet safely, isn't it? Now what will be happening next one, we'll see. Just let's say again this scenario is continued. Let's say what happens now, because these data collided, first data packet and A wants, I am assuming that second case happened, isn't it? That means A1 means A will successfully transmit his first packet, isn't it? But you know, B is not transmitted, we can say that his first packet yet, isn't it? So B will try to retransmit his first packet, but A transmitted his first packet successfully. Now A will try to transmit his second packet, isn't it? That is the concept. Now remember this one. Now what will be the K value? Listen me correctly, guys. Now A's data is new data, means the second data packet. So second data packet never participated in the collision, isn't it? Isn't it? Okay. But here we can say that B's data packet is first data packet that is already collided, isn't it? Again, let's say, now what happens? Let's say again A transmits his data packet 2 and B transmits his old data packet, that is packet 1, and let's say again there is a collision. Now you only tell me what will be the values of K. This is the point you have to remember, or you need to understand clearly. Now you only tell me, for we can say that you only tell me k equals to, for B k equals to 2, because this packet, data packet, is collided a second time, isn't it? So collision number for this data packet is 2, but for A, k value will be 1, because data packet 2 is collided a first time. This point you have to understand, isn't it? Okay, I hope this one is clear to everyone. So again, if we calculate the range, then range will be 0 to 2 raised to power k minus 1. If we put k equals to 1, then it will be a 0 comma 1. But here a range will be 0 to 2 raised to power k minus 1. So put k value equals to 2. So four integer numbers will be there: 0, 1, 2, and 3. Up to 3. 0 to 3 means 0, 1, 2, 3. Isn't it? Okay. Range is 0 comma 3 means we will be taking all the integers in between, isn't it? Okay, so that is the range. Now you only tell me what will be the possibilities A and B. For A and B, let's say there may be a 0 0, or we can say that 0 1, then 0 2, then 0 3, then we can say that 1 0, then 1 1, then 1 2, and 1 3, isn't it? So total 8 possibilities will be there. Here 2 integers are there, here 4 are there, so 2 into 4, so total exhaustive cases will be 8 only. Now you only tell me, yes, here if first case happens, then there will be a collision. If second case will happen, then A won. This is the, yes, we can say that 0 comma 2, then also A won. Here also A will won. Here we can say that B will won. Here there will be a collision. Here A will won, and here A won, isn't it? Okay, so again we can find out the probabilities, isn't it? Now you only tell me probability of collisions. There are two possibilities, 2 by 8, so we can say that 1 by 4. What is the probability of A's winning? A's winning, we can say that 1 2 3 4 5, that is 5 by 8. And again probability of B's winning will be what? Only one case is there, favorable case is 1, total cases are 8, so 1 by 8, isn't it? So that will be the probability. Now I am assuming what? You only tell me. Here A's, let's say here also you only tell me probability of A's winning is 5 by 8, and probability of B's winning is 1 by 8. So which one has a higher probability of winning? A. Again A has the higher probability. That means there is a chance that again A won, isn't it? Okay. Now I am assuming, again I am assuming, let's say, because probability of A is higher, isn't it? Winning of A is higher. I'm assume that, let's say, this case happened 0 comma 2. 0 comma 2 means waiting time of A will be what? Let's say 0 into 1 time slot, isn't it? That means 0 time slot. And probability of B's winning will be what? Or we can say that waiting time for B will be what? That will be the 2 time slots, isn't it? 2 time slots, isn't it? Okay. So two time slots are there. So that means B will retransmit its data after 2 time slots, and A will transmit or retransmit immediately. That is the meaning of waiting time, isn't it? Okay. Now what will happen? Yes, I'm continuing this scenario. This was A. This one is B. Now you only tell me. Now we assume that A wants the, yes, we can say that A won the, yes, second competition or second back off race. If A won, then that is called as A won a back off race. That is the technical term, back off race, isn't it? Back off race, isn't it? Back off race. In the second case, we see in A won, that means A won the second back off race, isn't it? Okay. Now you only tell me, if A wants the second back off race, that means we can say that A transmitted his second packet successfully. Now A will try to transmit his third packet, and you can see, yes, B is not winning yet. So we can say that B is still waiting to transmit his first packet, isn't it? Now you only tell me, let's say they transmitted their data and again there happens one collision, isn't it? Now you only tell me, yes, for third packet, this is collision number 1. and for this first packet for B, this collision number is 3, isn't it? So what will be the waiting times? 0 comma 2 raised to power k minus 1. So put k equals to 1, so 0 comma 1. Here also 0 to 2 raised to power k minus 1. So this one will be 0 to 7. 0 to 7 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Isn't it? That is the range, isn't it? So you can see, yes, total number of cases will be how many? Yes, you only tell me. Here we can say that two possibilities are there. Here 8 possibilities are there. 2 into 8, so we can say that 16 possibilities are there. So these 16 possibilities for A and B may be 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5, 0, 6, 0, 7. Then again you can say that 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, then 1 3, then 1 4, then 1 5, then 1 6, then 1 7, isn't it? Okay, that is the we can say that possible cases. Now for 0 0 we can say that they will retransmit immediately, isn't it? So we can say that here there will be, we can say that collision. Here 0 comma 1, that means A will won. Then here we can say that A won. Here also A1, because A will transmit immediately and B will transmit after 3 time slots, isn't it? And time slot is fixed in that manner that if time slot is fixed in that manner that let's say this case happens 0 comma 2, so A will retransmit immediately and B will wait for 2 time slot. So time slot is fixed in that manner that if A won, that A transmits before B, then A will transmit it successfully. So time slots will be, we can say that fixed in that manner, isn't it? Okay. Or you can say that, let's say this is A, this is B. Let's say this is A, this is B. So we can say that time slot is fixed in that manner. If A, let's say this case happens 0 comma 1, so E will retransmit immediately and B will, we can say that wait for 1 time slot, and 1 time slot will be fixed in that manner that if after 1 time slot B try to retransmit, then B will see, we can say that channel is busy at that particular time instant, isn't it? That means time slot will be fixed in that manner. It will depend on, we can say that LAN technologies and various parameters, isn't it? That means we can say that after waiting for 1 time slot, if B try to transmit, then we can say that at that point of contact, yes, B will see that channel is busy. That means at that particular time A's data will be moving, isn't it? So in this manner time slot will be fixed, isn't it? So here also A1, here also A1, here also A1, here also A1. Here we can say that B1, here collision, here A1, here we can say that A1, here also A1, A1, isn't it? Oh, so we can say that, yes, so you only tell me what will be the probability of collision here, 2 by 16. Yes, 2 cases are there. Probability of B's winning will be 1 by 16 and probability of A's winning will be the 13 by 16, isn't it? Okay. Now you can see, yes, we can say that, yes, that was the Beckhoff algorithm, isn't it? So you can conclude some points from here, isn't it? So first point is what? You only tell me. Yes, I'm going to conclude this one. Yes, you only tell me. Here, initially probability of A and B, for both A and B, you can see is 1 by 4, 1 by 4, isn't it? That means A's winning and B's winning both have the same probability. So at this point, there is a 50-50% chance. We can say that either A can win or B can win. I assume that A won, isn't it? Now you only tell me, let's say A won, then what happens in the next scenario? We see in again probability of A becomes 5 by 8 and probability of B becomes 1 by 8. So we can say that if A won first Beckhoff race, then probability of A's winning will increase. In the last time it was 1 by 4, now it becomes 5 by 8, that means increase, isn't it? Similarly, yes, now probability of A's winning is more, then I assume that yes, again A wants the second back of race, isn't it? Now you only tell me third time what happens. Again we can say that we calculated probability of A and probability of B. Now you can see yes, because A wants the second back of race also, so you can see yes, probability of A's winning now increase exponentially, isn't it? Yes, we can say that the probability of A's winning is going to be increased exponential, isn't it? That's why sometimes it is also known as exponential Beckhoff algorithm. Exponential Beckhoff algorithm, isn't it? Exponential Beckhoff algorithm. Okay. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. Now, next point, this is a disadvantage also, because initially we seen yes, probability of A's and B's winning were same, isn't it? But we see by chance A won, then we can say that yes, A will be having higher probabilities, so there will be a less chance for B to transmit the data, but there is a probability, so we can say that less probability for B. That doesn't mean that B will not retransmit. B can also retransmit, but probability of B is less, isn't it? Sometimes because this algorithm works only for two stations, so sometimes it is also known as binary exponential Beckhoff algorithm, isn't it? Okay, I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? Next one, yes, the probability of A, let's say A initially wants the first Beckhoff race, then in the second Beckhoff race, and in we can say that sequentially we see in the next Beckhoff races, so probability of A will be increasing. So that is the disadvantage, and this effect is known as capture effect, isn't it? What does means capture effect means? We can say that capture effect, or let's say what is capture effect? Capture effect means initially if A won, then in the successive, we can say that the back of races, A will having the more probabilities of winning than B. That is known as capture effect, nothing else. Okay, I hope this one is clear to everyone. So you can see various times in the gate, we can see various questions have been asked from this topic, that is exponential Beckhoff algorithm, isn't it? So you can try this one. So one question was there. Yes, let's say this was the previous year gate problem. A and B, two stations, are trying to transmit their data, and they collided using exponential Beckhoff algorithm, isn't it? Let's say next one is given. let's Let us suppose that A won the first Beckhoff race. That means what? Now exponential Beckhoff algorithm will be applied, and let's say A won the first Beckhoff race. That means what? Yes, we can say that after first collision, second time A transmitted his first packet successfully, isn't it? Now A and B are trying to transmit again, and they collided. Then what is the probability of A's winning the second Beckhoff race? That is the question, isn't it? Exact statement you can see, but this is the rough statement. This was the question, isn't it? So we can say that that is the question. So let's say that is two stations are there, station A and station B. Okay. Now you only tell me A won the first back-off race. Okay, no problem at all. That means now A will transmit his second packet and B will transmit his first packet only again. Why? Because A won the first back-off race. That means A transmitted first packet successfully, but B doesn't. So we can say that B will try to retransmit his first packet only, and A will transmit his new packet, that is packet number 2. So we can say that k value will be here 1 and here k value will be 2. 2 means what? This is the collision number 2 for data packet 1, and here k we can say that this is the collision number 1 for the second packet, because he said that again they collide, isn't it? They collide. So we will calculate the waiting time. So here we can say that the waiting range will be 2 raised to power k minus 1, that is 0 comma 1, because we can put k equals to 1. Here 0 to 2 raised to power k minus 1, put k equals to 2. So 0, 1, 2, 3 here. So we can say that for A and B, for 8 cases will be there 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, so 0, 3, then 1, 0, then 1, 2, sorry 1, 1, then 1, 2 and 1, 3, isn't it? Now again, what will be the probability of A's winning? So we can say that in this case A can win, in this case also, in this case also, then we can say that in this case and in this case, isn't it? So we can say that 5 favorable cases are there. So probability of A's winning will be 5 by 8. So 5 by 8 will be the correct answer, isn't it? Okay. So I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? Sometimes question will be there, like there that A and B try to transmit their data, they collide, isn't it? Okay. Then second time, or we can say that then B won the first back-off race, isn't it? Then we can say that yes, B won the second back-off race, first back-off race. Again, they transmit their data. Now, second time A wants the second back-off race, isn't it? In this manner, also questions may be there, isn't it? So try to solve each and every question carefully, isn't it? Okay, guys. So that's all about, we can say that back-off algorithm, isn't it? This is useful, isn't it, in access control methods. In the next lecture, we'll see some more access control methods. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, guys. Thank you so much.